About, all those weird little hiccups with Kirstie Alley trying to kill her.
Now, if I remember correctly, this was made in mockumentary style as well,
yes.
right? Yeah,
yes,
like
right.
Best in Show and things like that.
Yes, it was done very
so you got to be into that comedic style. Like Best in Show was like a really good one too, because they're like that was the Farrelly brothers or whatever they are.
I think so.
But yeah, I remember that was in that. Now I remember that movie. I have seen that, but I saw that like a long time ago. It was funny though. It was funny.
And I mean,
shit.
it's quote unquote star-studded. Like it's more so. Oh, I know that person, and I know that person. Like Ellen Barkin, I believe, is in it. The actress that's in that current comedy with Anna Faris called Moms is in it. Like it's a bunch of people where if you saw them on camera, I fucking know
I know
her.
that person exactly.
So, and I can't go with a regular comedy. I'm twisted. So, of course, I had to go with something along those lines.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that movie was funny, though. I remember that one. It was a cool one.
It was.
Actually, I think the first time I watched it was with you.
Yes, it was.
As a matter of fact,
I kind of forced it onto you.
It was, and I laughed. I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, see? Not all the things I like are horrible.
Exactly.
I'll get you to watch Mamma Mia once.
I've already seen probably more than I want to.
It's
anyway.
so romantic.
Anyway.
Guest was the one that did the Best in Show
thank you.
series of movies.
Which, by the way, as a little toss-up thing, if you haven't seen Best in Show, watch Best in Show.
Oh my God, yes.
You got to be into that comedy styling though. It's not slapstick. It's one of those oddball comedies.
It is.
It's one of those oddball comedies because they're almost like a troupe. It's the same people in it, Parker Posey and everything like that. But it's just really really.
Drama, horror, action, 80s, 90s, B.
And drama.
I said that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Don't look at my picks.
No, I'm just looking at the categories, not looking at your picks.
Don't look at her dick pics.
I would say I'll start with drama, but I don't know that many good dramas out there.
Necessarily have to encompass like The Notebook or something like that. Like drama can encompass a lot of material. Like if you think about it, you can almost consider The Crow a drama.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi horror kind of action, but in the technicality, it's also kind of drama. It's dramatic. It's a very dramatic thing. Scarface is a drama. So there's a lot of leeway when it comes to what drama is.
Right. I'll think about it. Just get back to me.
Okay.
Do you have one, or do you want me to
do.
go? Go ahead, go.
Okay. My pick for a drama movie that I feel everybody should watch is Gia. It was it was a made-for-HBO movie back in the 90s.
And supposedly Angelina's like crowning achievement.
Yes,
to this
Angelina
day.
had done post her indie work and prior to major on-screen work. Gia is the, I guess, biopic of model Gia Karanji from the 1980s. One of the first models to come out of the woodwork that was not blonde, not blue-eyed, not rail thin. She had curves. She was gorgeous. From Philly with an accent, badass broad, punk rock, gay, and just totally off the norm of what supermodels were in the 70s party era leading into the 80s. And Angelina Jolie killed it in that movie, going from, punk Philly girl to gorgeous model, going to junkie, going to bedridden and dying of AIDS. Unfortunately, at this point in Angelina Jolie's career, she was a method actress, so she
went all out.
She went all out for this role. It is the most beautiful movie I'd ever seen, and there is a lot of Angelina boob, so you really can't go wrong with boob, right? That's all. That movie had me obsessed with Gia and that time period, and I have the book about this woman's life, and it is just simply amazing. And fun fact, playing a very young Angelina Jolie in Gia is Mila Kunis in her very first role ever.
Wow.
To the point where she didn't even speak any dialogue because at that point she still did not know English.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
See, I got a little fun fact right there.
You got anything yet, or you still thinking?
I kind of have one.
Okay, go.
They Live.
Yeah.
Even though it's classified as sci-fi, it is dramatic
Yeah.
because of the context.
Yes. So obviously, if you haven't heard of They Live, it's a classic 80s movie that stars Roddy Piper. And basically, the whole thing is that he's just like a homeless guy that's trying to find like any kind of job he can get, and then he finds these special.
Job. What?
Stop it. Stop it.
So
Sorry.
he ends up finding these special glasses that when he puts them on, he sees everything is a little different.
The way it really is.
Yeah, how the way it really is. Like all these signs, they keep saying obey and stuff like that, and then certain people have these weird alien faces. What?
No, I keep going because I'll get into something that Brad Ryder just said.
And then he's trying to tell like his buddy at work, like, put these glasses on. You have to see what the world really is, and it ends up turning into a really good fight scene between these two.
It's literally backstory in that fight scene. They were really hitting each other.
I believe it.
And shit,
yeah.
like they were really hitting each other. Like they went all out in that scene to the point where it's one of the most popular and most famous fight scenes ever put on film. To the point that South Park mimicked it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And that. For those of you that have seen it, when Piper comes back up behind him, and he's like, like that was legit. They kept rolling, and he thought Piper was done. And he's like, oh shit, he's not done yet. Like they were laying into each other. When he suplexed him on the concrete, he suplexed him on the concrete.
Yeah.
They were hitting each other. They legitimately. James Cameron said, I have never filmed any two guys beat the shit out of each other. The way these two guys beat the shit out of each other, because they did. They really beat the shit out of each other in that fight scene. It was so good.
Yeah, so definitely They Live. I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't, watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't, you got to see it. Really quick, touching on one that Brad Ryder just said. Enemy Mine. It's classified as sci-fi, but it has a very dramatic content to it.
Which one?
Enemy Mine. It's Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. Louis Gossett Jr. plays an alien. Basically, it's two warring races. There's a human race and another alien race. They wind up via the battle of their starships. They both get crash landed on the same planet, and they get stranded on the planet together. And they don't speak the same language or anything in the beginning. And of course, they're enemies. Mm-hmm. But they, little by little, they start kind of befriending each other and creating a relationship to survive. But of course, there's a lot of hiccups along the way, and everything like that. And I'm not going to spoil the rest of it, but it's a great movie. If you've never seen Enemy Mine, I agree with Brad Ryder. You got to see it. It's fucking excellent. It's amazing acting and everything.
I saw it when I was younger.
I know the alien stuff creeps you out.
Well, yeah, because I saw it when I was younger with Dad, and it creeped me out.
Yeah, because the makeup on Gossett Jr. was just amazing.
Yeah, the makeup that they did, like, you would probably, like, being older now, you would probably, I can't watch it, but, like, you could probably really appreciate the makeup that they did on this. But,
for that, especially for that day and time.
Oh my god, it, like, creeped me out so much.
For me, I think Foxy probably knows what I'm going to say in terms of a drama movie. London.
Actually, I did not know.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I was going to pick something else?
Yeah.
What'd you think I was going to pick?
Anything but that.
There's a movie called London. It stars Chris Evans and Jessica Biel, the co-stars. It also has in it just starting out in a very small role, but just starting out, Dane Cook makes an appearance. He's starting his acting career. And very early in his career, with a very, very good wig on, mind you, Jason Statham. Yep. Yes, Jason Statham in this film as well. The story of London is Jessica Biel is the title character of London because that's her name. If you've ever been in a relationship that was completely just, you were completely and utterly and madly in love with each other, but you completely self-destructed the relationship with each other, this is the movie that you have to see, because this is the type of movie, like, we've all had that relationship that you were so deeply and madly in love, but you know you both just completely fucked it up along the whole way. And it's going to be, if you've been that right, it's going to be a painful movie to watch. But it's great because there's some moments of levity. But, like, you sit there and you watch this movie, and as the story unfolds, you just go, Jesus fucking Christ, I lived this. And it's one of those movies that gets you right in the heart because you feel it. Because it goes through all these flashbacks in different points in their relationship and all these different fuck-ups in their relationship and all these different hard times. Because there is there's drug references, there's suicide references, there's alcohol, there's cocaine, there's so much stuff in this, and there's a lot of sex. There's a lot of Jessica Biel, Chris Evans sex, just so you know. There's one scene that Miss Foxy was privy to, even though she hasn't watched the full scene. There's a very angry sex scene. I remember you were like, I like this part. There's a very angry sex scene where it's but no. London is a spectacular, dramatic film. Again, for those of you that have been through that relationship, just about almost anybody's been through that type of a mature relationship, where you love the person so deeply, but you guys, you just completely fuck it up, trying to win the. It'll bring up a lot of feelings, but it's done so well. Honestly, it's some of Chris Evans' best dramatic work. Jessica Biel, as we know, and it's still a young Jessica Biel, but again, it's one of those movies that shows she's a Class A actress.
Yeah.
That's why she does all these independent movies and smaller screen stuff, because she's more about the acting than the money and everything like that. And again, it was weird to see Jason Statham with like a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Again, it was a great fucking wig, though. It was a great wig. You never realize it was a wig, but like, it's just a really, really good movie, and I highly recommend it. Definitely check it out.
All right. Well, he went first, I went first, so you have to pick the next one and go first.
All right, what do we got left?
Horror, action, 80s, 90s, B.
For horror,
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go with a Clive Barker classic. Because everybody knows Clive Barker for Hellraiser.
Yes.
I'm going to go with something else that doesn't get as much play, and it's actually very, very good. It's a nice little twist on the whole thing.
I think I know.
Nightbreed.
You've been talking about this movie since we started dating.
And you still haven't seen it, have you?
I still have not.
You got to see
I've
Nightbreed.
never even heard of it.
Okay, Nightbreed's one of his. It's a book. It is obviously it's not a graphic novel. It's an actual book, and everything like that. Where there's a little bit of a twist to it, where as you're watching it, despite as bad as they are, you actually realize the monsters and the evil things are actually the good guys, and the humans are the bad guys, and everything like that. It centers around the lead actor. He's kind of not all there. He's being accused of these murders and these crimes, but the thing is, he's not really remembering them, and his psychiatrist is trying to help him see if he can remember. So he decides to take a trip somewhere where he feels drawn to, which is, of course, where all these monsters and everything are in hiding, and everything like that from society, and everything like that. It's just amazing. It's just a really good fucking movie. And again, it's one of Clive, because everything Clive Barker does obviously gets overshadowed by Hellraiser. Hellraiser was his biggest thing ever. Check out Nightbreed if you have not. It is amazing. It spawned off comic books. It has a cult following. It spawned off comic books and everything like that. As I said, for Dan, I'm sure Danielle probably already has read it and everything like that. But there is, if you're into some heavy reading, there is a book. It's an old book and everything like that. So yeah, check out Nightbreed.
Who's next? Me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, horror, I would say Hatchet. And this film pretty much is one of those old school slasher films. It's about this group of kids at Mardi Gras. And they want to go on a haunted swamp tour to discover it's about this legend called Victor Crawling, who, they say is supposedly died years ago, blah, blah, blah. But turns out